And this is how we do it on the Donna Smith Show. On the Donna Smith Show. And this is how we do it. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Every time I start, you guys, see how I'm in 3D?
Yeah.
I don't know why it does that. I'm going to have to figure that one out. Something going on probably with the figure. Hello out there, grown folk world. We are here with you guys. Welcome to the Donna Smith Show Table Talk today. And thank you, Sharon, for stopping by, and Cordell, Old Faithful, and hopefully we'll have a few others. And for my viewing audience out there, we appreciate you on this wonderful March the 5th in the evening time. And do know that any topic that we talk about is not meant to offend anyone. If it's a topic or a discussion or a debate that just don't feather well with you, we understand. Let that one just drift on by and chime in for the next one, okay? Because we will end up touching on something I know that's going, what they used to say, tickle your fancy. I think I'm telling my age saying some stuff like that, huh? Tickle your fancy. Okay, anyway, but we welcome you. And what we do when we get started, whoever comes in late can hold up their glass. I didn't really get a glass, but I got a thermos. Y'all got something to toast with today?
Yeah.
Cordell, now you know that. Where's your what? Sharon got her. That's your water, Sharon?
My water.
Okay, click, clank.
Ching ching.
Cheers.
I'm doing some serious H2O today. Because I don't think I'm in the mood for nothing else right now. So if I change up on that, that's wonderful. But anyway, I am so glad to be here today, you guys. I'm going to tell you, we have got to be thankful.
Yeah.
Just for being able to do it yet again. What's up, Ryan? Thanks for swinging on by on a Sunday. We have got to be toast your glass up, Brian, when you get a chance. I think you're still trying to hook on here, but that's cool. And we are, we just got to be thankful, you guys. I mean, last night I'm just trying to share what I did. I went to Tommy T's last night. I had a wonderful time. It was a packed house. DC Curry, he was funny. He's lost weight and, he's getting up there a little bit, but he did disclose he was 65 years old now. Looks good. Had his bling bling on, and he was funny as I don't know what. Jay Rich, shout out to you too. You did an excellent job as the host. And, it was just nice to look around and see everybody having a wonderful time, laughing, and, a real mature setting. I went to the late show. It started a little late, but I snuck on out of there a little early. It was still going on close to midnight. So I don't know what time it actually ended, but it was really, really cool. But it just makes you appreciate just doing wonderful things like that, where you can share laughter, you can have fun, people are getting along, you don't see no mess, and just to laugh. It just took my mind off of some things that I'm dealing with right now, just to be funny in the moment. So I just wanted to share that, to say that whatever it is that makes you happy, that puts you in your happy space, that you need to do for yourself sometime, get out, have fun, enjoy life. Seem like every other week or twice a month, I'm hearing about somebody I know that's dear to me, close to me, friends, whatever, that's just leaving here. We all got our time, but it seems like as you get more mature, every time you turn around, boom, 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 you hit with somebody's gone, somebody just passed, somebody is no longer here, and
really sad.
Yeah, it is. And it just made me really think about how important it is to do the things that you can. I know a few people that were a lot younger than me that ended up having strokes, and and they are either not here or they're in wheelchairs. They can't even walk anymore. They're barely talking, and it's like you take for granted that tomorrow, like you put off your vacations or your good times or contacting people that you love and that's dear to you, thinking that tomorrow is just gonna come, and it just may not.
Right.
So it made me appreciate that. I had fun. Anybody have anything to share about your week, about your weekend, about whatever?
Nope, let's just get to it.
Get to it.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
he's a businessman. Look at him. He just say, get to it. Brian, you crooked. I mean, you to the side. You ain't up. You got to rotate. Because I got a crook in my neck.
Sweetheart, I've been crooked all my life. But
I did a video one time, during the week. There you go, baby. There you go. I did my video, and I was talking up a storm about something good, right? And when I got through doing the video, I looks at them and I kind of, learned from a few tricks of the trade. And that whole video, I was just tilted. And I say, that's a trip, because nobody even said nothing. I had comments and everything. Nobody said, Donna, you crooked. They just let me go on and I guess they figure, she in the straight real. And that's one thing what I appreciate when you're doing videos and whatever it is you're doing. When you keep it 100, real life, unscripted, and just be you, people appreciate that more. If you in your car, if you in your bathroom, wherever you got to get your message, just do it. All got your comfortability. Sharon is over there kicked back in. Where you at? Living room?
Mm-hmm.
Cordell is living room.
Yeah, I'm here.
Ryan is man cave, living room, den.
entry room.
Oh, your entry room over in the corner. Oh yeah. Oh, damn. That's a lot of entry. Is that what you call it?
I'm a big man.
Is that you call it? Okay, well, wow. That I wonder what I would do with all that space when you first enter. You can just get creative, huh? I see you got is that a ping pong table?
It is. It's a ping pong and pool table.
Nice. Right on. Okay, you guys. Well, God is good, ain't he? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Put you in them, man. Won't he do it? So, last week I didn't get a chance to touch on. I wanted to know, what did you guys think about? We're a little behind, but that's okay. We still talk about it. The Super Bowl, Rihanna's, her performance, being with child. What do y'all think about that? How was that? That outfit. Now, that outfit was kind of interesting. It was a name.
Pregnant when she first came on, because she rubbed her belly when she first.
Oh, she did. I didn't see that part.
Yep. First thing she did is she rubbed her belly.
Well, I was looking at, because she was moving kind of in a different kind of way. She wasn't really doing her. And I was like, what's going on with her? But then when she busted the side, when she turned to the side and you really saw the bump,
yeah,
I was like, oh my God.
She was moving real gingerly.
Yeah. Because the baby is the baby a year? The baby is a year, right? Her baby?
I think that baby like 6 months old.
He a little older than that.
Yeah.
What y'all men think? That's why they tell us that we got to be careful when you have a baby. You ain't supposed to do nothing for 6 to 8 weeks or whatever the doctor say. When he say you ain't supposed to do nothing, you ain't supposed to do nothing.
That baby probably
everything is still wide open,
She probably 6. I said that baby probably 6 months old, and she probably 6 months pregnant.
Oh Lord. But one good thing about that, I mean, my hat's off to her. If you want to, I mean, I don't know if it was planned or it's just one of those things happen, but if you that way, she can just get it out the way and go boom, full force back into her, her career. The kids will be close. Maybe that's all she wants is to But you know, that man, that's kind of fast though. But what
The
do you guys think
performance
about the
to me was off.
performance?
The
Do you think they
performance
should
wasn't-
have? Do you
they
think it did her justice performing in a
no.
motherly way?
I mean, I think that they heightened the performance too much because she didn't live up to the performance. To me,
Okay.
they hyped it up entirely too much, and everybody kept saying, "I want to see Rihanna. I want to see Rihanna." I mean, and granted, she was pregnant, but it wasn't all that.
Yeah. So you think the performance with her, the dancers, the whole, stage presence, it just wasn't what you would have expected. Do you think it would have been different had she not been with child?
I absolutely.
Because she would have been dressed probably wouldn't hardly nothing and
Well, I don't care what she had on as far as that. That didn't bother me, you know, with her being dressed like that. I don't that part wasn't an issue. It was just the performance. And she brave as hell to get all the way up there in the sky like that on that little bitty thing. And the only thing that was holding her up was that thing behind her. You couldn't get me all the way up in the sky like that.
Yeah, because she was really she wasn't like just 2-3 months pregnant where you don't see nothing. It was she had a bump. She had to have been about 6 months, something like that. What do you fellas think? Y'all was all cool with it? Still sexy? Still
I'll put it this way. I didn't care much for the energy of the halftime show, but it's halftime. What can you expect? But it's true. They hyped up the presence of Rihanna being at the halftime event, and I didn't feel she lived up to the hype. But she did what she could do. She put on a decent show. Wasn't the best, but it was okay.
Well, the same what Sharon is saying. You don't think that she really gave it what you were expecting. You was expecting it to be this big explosive thing, right?
A little more energy, but she did what she could do.
Yeah.
It's halftime, but
and dealing with
they was promoting it. It would seem like it was promoted as going to be this big gala,
Exactly.
big bang show, but it was kind of watered down. I call it that. It was a watered down song.
Do you think the same, Brian? Do you give her cahoodles, or do you just think it was
her kudos?
I mean, what did I say? Cahoodle? Oh. I didn't mean cahoodles. Oh.
What kudos?
I know what that means too, but I didn't mean it that way. Kudos.
Well, first of all, I want to say hello to Cordell and Sherrod. I don't think I've met you guys before.
How you doing?
Y'all haven't met Brian before.
I don't know.
think so.
No.
Who knows?
Brian is all cool. He's very opinionated, as you all are. And
Yes.
me and him been rolling and piggybacking off each other for some years now. Good folks. He comes on in when he can. I appreciate him. And I know he getting ready to tell us something right now that's on his mind. So I'm listening.
Well, as far as Rihanna with the halftime show, I can honestly say I watched maybe 2 minutes of it. I mean,
Brian, 2 minutes? You didn't even see her do the fancy stuff.
I saw her reference her belly, and then I saw her go way, way up. And then, I'm like, hey, if she's supposedly pregnant, if this is her announcement that she's pregnant, is that the best place for her to be?
Exactly.
So and that wasn't a bad choice. That was stupid. That told me you were into look at me. And I don't too much react too nice to that type of stuff. So the Super Bowl, I'm show outside of last year's, West Coast thing, since Prince was on there, it's just, I mean, first of all, there's no topping Prince. So it's commercialized now, and a couple of ladies in there, they can't help but be competitive with each other like men are. And it was like, okay, Beyonce announced her pregnancy at some award show or some junk. She did the little song and then took off the shit and okay, and here's Rihanna gonna do it all. Girl, I'm gonna do it at the Super Bowl. That's too much.
I'm just wondering if that's really the place to do it. I mean, do you think that rev up your reputation? Does that make your status higher by doing something like that?
Oh, it does absolutely nothing other than let the world know you. Oh man, I almost used the
don't go.
It's just that you had unprotected sex. Let's say that. Okay. So, what's the big deal? Everybody's having sex, everybody's doing their deal, and I'm happy that she's getting what she wants. She can afford it. And that's having a child right after the other. I can't be too judgmental about that at all. My grandmother had 19 kids and twice the kids were 7 months apart. So you better ask about them cashes in California. It is, it's
grandmama was doing it.
There was no HBO back then. So,
probably wasn't no texting and cell phones and Facebook either.
No, it wasn't. But it's fun. It was, I didn't see it all. I wasn't interested in the least after I saw the hoopla, and I don't believe she had a special guest, right?
No, that was a special guest that she kept announcing.
Was her pregnant?
Oh, the baby was the special guest.
Yeah. That was special guest.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Only thing I liked about that was that, Rihanna's unborn baby made it to the Super Bowl before the Cowboys did again.
You better not have to say it to 49ers. I'm not playing with you.
Oh, come on. You forgiving me now for what my Eagles did to your 49ers?
Oh, you know what? Them Eagles sat down somewhere. But you know what? Next year is going to be all good. So I don't even care. It just,
Awesome. That's going to be an awesome
But them
game.
Eagles got their butt spanked, though. They got their butt spanked for doing that to the 49ers, though.
No, we lost the game. We got robbed. Don't get me started, girl. But we lost the game. But, you guys were the ones that got bent over. I mean,
Bent over? We got bent over. We got bent over. We didn't get bent over. I can't wait till next year because we got something for that dice. I said,
hey, Miss Donna.
JJ, you made it in the Halo.
Yeah, I had some shit to do. I got my cousin with me.
Y'all just too real. Hi, cousin.
This is my cousin Mersan. We was working on some tracks.
I'm glad y'all made it. We was talking about them. What's that team called? The Chiefs, the Bulls. What's this team called, Sharon?
The Eagles.
Oh, the Eagles.
Hi, Sharon.
Ain't nobody playing with Brian. I'm just gonna leave that alone. But anyway, JJ, we just had talked briefly about before we move on to inquiring minds want to know right quick. I'm gonna be speeding through the show a little faster because I don't want to keep y'all too long tonight. But
I know you got, yep, you can pull that chair if you want to.
We was talking about the Rihanna, the Super Bowl,
Okay, yep, Rihanna Super Bowl, yep.
Yeah, so everybody kind of had they nobody really feel it was all that like they hyped it up to be, and then being in that way during that, and the special guest was with child. Briefly, what do you think about that?
I felt like she wasn't going full out like she normally does. To be honest with you, Rihanna is not that good of a dancer, period, anyway. But the fact that she was pregnant at the time, and I think she didn't want to harm the baby. I think that showed during the Super Bowl. She was very lazy and she let her dancers take over for her. I've seen pregnant women dance with babies before on TikTok, and they went all the way out and their babies came out fine. I just think she
But
was
they floated her up in the air. What do you think about that? When they lifted her up in the air?
That's all for show. They was trying
But wasn't that kind of risque? Because she could have failed.
She wanted that money, and yeah, it was kind of
She
risky.
didn't get paid for doing the Super Bowl though.
Yeah, I never got.
That's not what they telling you.
That's what they said. They said she did not get paid. So what you think about that?
She got paid, but she
donated her money to a charity that she supports.
Okay, see, he got more
information. It went to the charity.
Yeah.
Yeah, she. So I mean,
what I last found out is she didn't get. It didn't come to her. She didn't
Normally, performers don't get paid for the Super Bowl, but I think she was paid for real to do that. Because you ain't gonna risk yourself and your baby for that. Come on now, she got paid for that.
So you trying to tell me what about the dance? What about the dancers?
What about the dancers getting paid?
The dancers got paid too. They got paid. But I feel like the dancers worked way harder. They came through for her.
Well, they did. They did.
Rihanna was not dancing like that. But
I mean, she was taking it like, I mean, she was like 6 months pregnant. I mean, come on now, you know.
I mean, she's the headliner though. She didn't need to dance.
She didn't have to dance, but she didn't put any effort into it at all. Like
did she need to?
When it came into the work song, she could
work. See, the work, and she didn't break it down. Did she work?
No, she did it. She did not work.
What I'm trying to say is that they requested her. So they could have easily replaced her with anybody.
Nobody asked her to get knocked up before she came in.
But they didn't.
Nobody asked her to get knocked up before she joined.
JJ and them just come on and just bring the fire, the energy, just knocked up, just this, that. I love it.
They paid for the name.
Hey, I witnessed my mama. She was pregnant with my little sister, and she was twerking it while she was pregnant. Rihanna could have did the same thing.
All I'm trying to say is Rihanna.
Y'all think she could have twerked?
And they would have paid.
My mom was getting it. She was dancing with my little sister. I remember that. I remember it. My mom was getting it. So Rihanna could have did it.
But we don't know what her doctor's orders were, or
that's true.
We don't know.
You're right.
Yeah, she could have been having a high risk pregnancy or had to take it slow. But anyway, it was just nice to see what you guys' thoughts were about that.
I'm not a woman. First of all, I'm not a woman, and I can't judge her at all.
But we should judge no woman based off of natural activity. I can understand if she has some bullshit going on. Yes. But that's a natural thing for a woman. Now, if she would have adopted something, then we would be sitting here having another conversation.
This looks like this. I'm feeling like a reality show or something. Let's bring it. Come on now, bring the reality, y'all. No, y'all can't talk about no pregnancy situation. I'm just asking y'all as men, what did you really think about that? Was it sexy?
I loved it.
And all in all, I loved her performance because I love Rihanna.
I love seeing women pregnant, bro. Like
it was sexy. I'm not gonna lie. It was sexy as fuck. It was sexy.
It was sexy. Okay.
It was sexy.
And then I love a fupa. Like every female has got this problem with their fupa, bro. It's on some real shit. Real men don't talk about it.
What the heck? Her fupa.
Fupa. It was sexy.
Donna, don't act like you don't know what a fupa is.
Rihanna was sexy.
You don't know what a fupa is?
Well, no, what's a fupa?
I know what a fupa is, and I love that shit. I love kissing that shit. I love holding that shit. I love
and I got my
What is a fupa that you love kissing?
Donna.
My son's mother.
Donna.
No, fupa? I don't call it poopa, but y'all call it poopa.
Donna, it's a
I don't know. They call it fupa. I didn't even know what a fupa was until she told me about it.
Oh.
So I'm
What you
assuming
doing with a
that
fupa?
y'all all called it.
That's my cousin. That's my cousin, y'all.
No, Lord have mercy. Excuse me,
I
Grown.
don't even know what a
It is
fupa
like-
We
is.
wildin'. We wildin'. We wildin', bruh. We wildin'.
Donna, Earth to Donna, Earth.
Yes, Miss Donna. We got it. She's the host. We got it.
Yeah, I love y'all energy, but y'all went there with the fufa. Everybody don't know what that is.
Yes,
Okay.
everybody do,
It's
but
the woman's belly
All
after the
folks out there
pregnancy.
watching this, YouTube everywhere. What's a fufa?
Donna.
A
Fupa.
fupa is the
Everybody
belly
knows.
after y'all
I
get
mean,
pregnant.
a fupa.
That's what that
Spell it.
is.
We love that
How do
shit.
you
She
spell
knows.
it?
We
Donna.
love that shit. We love it.
Donna.
We love it. We love it.
Slayer.
We love it.
Lickety
We loved it. Even though I was critical of Rihanna's performance, I loved it though. I loved it.
Donna.
She brought me through the memories.
Donna.
What?
The fupa is the area between a woman's vagina and her stomach.
There you go.
Yep.
Oh, but the woman's vagina and her stomach. Between the vagina and the navel.
I'm sorry.
So what did y'all love about
Say
that?
it again.
Y'all love that it was bulging. Okay, got you. All right,
Because-
moving right along.
No. The one more note is that men love to screw a pregnant woman.
A real man.
Men love to screw a pregnant woman.
A
It's,
real
it's
man.
something different about it. But that's all I'm
It
saying.
is
That's all
something
I'm
different
saying.
about it. She has
My
something in
mother-
there.
My son's mother, when we were together, and
But I don't know. I'm not a man. I can't say. But I have heard that. I have heard that it is a different sensation for guys.
It
But
is.
some guys get really scared to even go there, especially when she gets really,
Some men are.
I'm not that man.
Oh, well, good to know. Good to know.
I
Women will probably
was-
appreciate you.
I was
This
told.
is,
I was told when
What you say? What you say, Brian?
it's been a while for me doing the pregnancy thing, so
But you remember what it was? I mean, was it a good thing was it a good time?
They never felt better.
it wasn't a bad thing.
I want to be like them when I grow up. What y'all had over there? Y'all told?
It's like vanilla cookies.
I got my cup. There's vodka in here.
Cookies, but
I'm just a real man. That's it.
having a Toyota and then you're driving a Ferrari. It wasn't like that. I mean,
See, Brian said it wasn't like that. It was just.
Well, not for me. I'm just speaking for myself.
That's his personal experience.
Yeah.
Cordell.
It's been too damn long.
Hey, Cordell. Hey,
You
how you doing,
forgot
Cordell? I know you was on here.
I mean,
can't see
because
everybody.
women, we're on the other side of the coin, so we just know.
Okay,
I
I see
don't know.
everybody.
I can't say it feels greater or nothing like that. I mean, I don't know, Sharon, did you feel different?
That was a long time ago. We talked about 33 years ago.
But
Same
Sharonda,
here.
do you understand where I'm coming from?
I understand where you coming from, cousin.
That's it. That's all I wanted to know.
That's all I get you. I feel you. Thank you for joining in on the show today with your red cups. Let's go to Inquiring Minds Want to Know. That's what we get ready to do.
Be on the show with y'all.
I need you guys to tell me what these people need to do here, okay? Listen very closely.
He don't know the show, so
I know this is my first time.
Inquiring Minds Want to Know is a question that
want to say mine. You got your own drink.
is a question that someone has asked me to spruce up and share, but they don't want to be identified. Okay, so we give them feedback in an honest, grown folk way after hearing their scenario. Okay.
Okay.
So here we go. I went over my friend's house, and she wasn't home. Her dude told me to come in and have a seat, and that she went to the store. I followed his instruction, and he turned on the television in the living room for me while I waited. After about 10 minutes, he comes out of the bedroom with a towel wrapped around his waist, heading to the kitchen area. His chest was all out. His manhood was protruding. All of that. I was in shock, but turned on at the same time. He looked at me deeply and said he was heading to the shower and that my girl should be back in a minute. I wanted to run towards the bathroom, the door, or be waiting in his bed when he got done.
Oh no.
Was I wrong for those thoughts? And his girl
Nope.
is my best friend.
Nope.
Should I have left? Should I tell my friend that he was coming on to me? What should I do or have done?
You shouldn't have never went
We're
in there.
just ordinary
out here.
people.
Wait a minute. All y'all is running. Whoa.
We're
Okay.
just ordinary
Hey, John.
people.
Okay.
We don't know which way to go.
Y'all want to let JJ go first because he on one. JJ.
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
Hey, John. JJ.
Hey, Minister John. Hey, I'm sorry, bro. I'm
What
sorry,
should
all
she
y'all.
do?
But
What
we
should
just
she have
ordinary people. We don't know which way to go. First of all, she has every right to have those feelings because we are attracted to who
And
we're
first
attracted
of all,
to.
man put himself out there.
And he put himself out there. She's not wrong.
Obviously, he didn't care about the friend enough
She's
to not do it.
she's wrong for acting on those feelings, but she's not wrong for feeling the way she
But
does.
she should tell the friend though.
She should.
She should
should
tell
tell
her
the
friend that he
friend.
came on, or tell her friend how she felt, what she did.
Nah.
She didn't
she
do
should-
well. To me, she didn't do anything. Did she do
She
something?
didn't do nothing. Thank you.
No, she just had these conflicting thoughts in her head.
Thank you, Sharon.
But in fairness, she did have feelings, which is why that story is popping.
But
without her,
here's my thing.
Okay, let Sharon speak.
For me, okay, I'm gonna tell you this. She shouldn't have never went in the house if she knew her friend wasn't at home.
Nah, that part.
That's from a woman.
That part.
If her friend wasn't there and her man was there, I would have said, okay, well, when she gets home, I'll come in. I'll wait for her to come home.
Yep. I'm sorry. Sharon's right.
but
Because
if
that
you
way-
do walk into a house and the man is sitting there butt ass naked, he obviously didn't care enough to put a towel on.
But he had the clothes on when he opened up the door. It's when he went in, he left her in the living room for 10 minutes with the TV. Then he comes out with a towel wrapped around him.
It's just
he still came out with the towel on.
No.
I mean, a real man, this is what I would do. As a man, if I was really serious about my girl, I would have went straight to my bedroom and put on some drawers. You know what I'm saying? Put on some clothes and then come out. So when he
had
coming
on
out with
clothes
the
when
towel on, just says that you know.
But he
what his
had clothes on when she came to the door. Hold that thought. Brian, what you say?
Life is about the situations you allow yourself to fall into. From that point, that's like walking into a room and it stinks. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, anything wrong? And like my man JJ said, she's not wrong for the thoughts. She's human. She's not wrong for the thoughts and a few feelings that she had. If it had progressed to something unfortunate, maybe pleasurable, that's carnal. Life is about the situations you put yourself in. You have to make sure you don't put yourselves in those situations. The boy or husband or whatever was way out of pocket. You know, he probably, if they're in a relationship, he's in a relationship with herself. He went all out. He was fishing, testing the friendship of them two, see what he can get and all of that type of shit.
He was attracted to her apparently.
He sees
I feel like it starts with him though.
He saw an opportunity. He was attracted to an opportunity. Bottom line, he shouldn't have.
Which most men do.
It was good that she didn't act on.
But I must say, and then we'll move to Cordell, I must say I agree with Sharon too with the fact that it stops at the door. You
Mhm.
But
came
it
and
started with the
and
man.
she was not there. Why you came unannounced? Maybe you was in the neighborhood. Maybe y'all friends a long time and you got it like that. But her dude opened the door and she was not there.
She could have came announced.
Exactly.
She could have
But
came
the thing
announced.
She
is
could have
that
sat in her
the
car and
man
called her
should have
girl
had
and
the
say, I'm in
power on.
front of your house. Well, how long you gonna be? Or I could just come back another day.
So
Yeah.
hold on. So how can you respect the female's decision if the man was the one who initiated the situation in the first place?
But
He
she
should have
walked
never
in
answered
that
the
door.
door. He should have never
It
Should've
went
done
started
this on
with
the
her
corner.
walking through that door when he said, come
But he
in.
should have been dressed.
You
He was
talking?
dressed. He was dressed
And
when he opened the
No, you
door.
said he had a
Sharon got her
towel on.
hand raised. Sharon, what you gotta say? I'm sorry.
Okay, so
Sharon.
we talking about how she went in the house waiting for her friend to come, and he walked out in a towel and he had an erection. So let's just
That's
reverse
his fault.
With
He
his
started.
hairy chest showing.
He didn't have an erection.
Right. A bulge. Okay, so what if she turned the tables and said, I was waiting on my friend to come and your man raped me?
Oh, I didn't think about
Her
that.
word is
As the man, first of all, as the man,
that's a good one.
hold on. As the man, if I was gonna be in the shower and I knew I was about to get out the shower, I would have never had answered the door. If I really cared about my girl that much and I respected her that much, I would have never put myself in that situation.
So you
like
would have
my
looked
boyfriend
out the
said.
peephole, and when you saw homegirl, you would have just act like you wouldn't have opened it.
Because she was gonna come back at like she
Well,
just
why
said,
wouldn't you just
she would've
open it
came
and
back
say,
when her
she
friend
ain't
was
here, my
there.
baby. She ain't here. You gotta come back.
He's right.
She would have came back when her
He's
friend
right.
was there, so it didn't matter if I opened the door or not.
Sharon
But if I open the door in a fucking towel and I'm soaking wet and I'm showing my body off and my dick is hard, then
Excuse
yeah,
me.
I'm initiated in the situation.
We call it pecker. We call it pecker.
I'm sorry.
He
But
doesn't
anyway,
know.
but
He
that's
doesn't know.
not
We
how he
lost,
came to
lost
the
our
door.
sponsorship tonight.
I know y'all lit. Y'all all right. Y'all bringing some heat.
Yeah.
Y'all bringing some.
But
Hey,
Anyway, he didn't come to the door like
If I
that.
cared about her feelings, I would have never answered the door.
Okay, got it. Hold that thought. Cordell.
Based on your scenario that you read, two things. One, he was testing the waters. Two, she shouldn't have entered the apartment or a house where a girl not there. Anything could have jumped off.
We have everybody has to say
anything could have jumped off. If it was, she's got feelings for him, he's probably checking it out, see how far he could go with her before his girl get back.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was attracted to her.
Right. The bottom line is he wants to know, is there possibilities? What's my possibilities?
Okay.
My way to explore my possibilities. So I'm gonna go out here with this towel on and see how she reacts. You gotta remember, it's his place. He can do whatever he wants. It's his place. She shouldn't have entered.
But the thing is, so what I'm getting at is the fact that
she shouldn't have entered. Wait, let's get John. Are you with us? Are you doing?
Minister John, she wants his opinion too.
Yeah,
you've been quiet, Minister John. You've been quiet. You've been quiet like a motherfucker.
Okay. All right. So y'all saying that for the most part, before we move on, you're telling this person that number one, they were wrong for even entering in the house.
Right.
No.
Number two, he was wrong for coming out with the towel on and tempting her or whatever, right? So they both was wrong.
Don't listen to him.
No, there can't be two wrongs if the man would have dealt with his fault.
It's his house.
No, me and Rasan disagreeing. She shouldn't have entered the house at all. He's saying that.
First of all, as the man who's in the house and I know I'm naked, I know I just got out of the shower, I should have never answered the door.
I would have never.
Wasn't naked when he opened the door. Rashawn. What's his name again? Rashawn.
Rasan.
Who?
Rasan, yes.
Oh, Lasan.
Rashawn.
Okay, well,
That's it.
roll the R then so I can hear it. Rashawn.
No, Rashawn. Take the shut out. It's Son.
Rashawn.
Yep, you said it right, Rashawn.
There it is.
Rashawn.
Rashawn.
So
I got a
Rashawn.
junior too.
Let me
I got
before I
a
move
junior.
on. Let me
He got
just make
a
it
little kid.
Rashawn. Let's
But
make
this
it
is what I'm trying
clear.
to say as a man.
Rashawn. He was not
No, there's no
dripping when he
shit in
opened the
it.
door. He had clothes on when he opened the door.
Not from what you say. You say you opened
That
the door
is
and
what I
closed.
said. Did everybody else get what I said? What I said? I said,
You
did
said the
you
man
hear me?
opened the
Get me,
door
Brian?
until he just got out the shower.
He opened up the door. It was all cool. He told her to
How
come
about
in,
this?
have a seat. He turned on the television for her to get comfortable. He said his girl will be back in a minute. He goes
First
to
of
the
all,
back.
That's not cool.
whether he opened the door with a towel on or not,
The fact
he's
of the
still
matter
out
is
of
he let
pocket.
her in without her friend being there.
Yeah.
So it was on him. He
knew
ain't
what
had to do it. He ain't had to do it. He could have
out of pocket.
ignored the whole shit and waited for her friend to come home. And then
Okay.
she could have been on it. Because I know
For my
they
viewing
I mean,
audience,
that's
please leave a
females.
comment.
Y'all know
Let me
y'all
know what you
fellas.
think, because we seem to be, I mean, this is
Don't
what
agree
we
with
do.
you.
This is the table talk. But
This
we
is-
seem
this
to
is-
have an
this inquiring
issue
minds
with.
want to know.
Okay.
Don't be offended by what
Please
we say.
don't.
Don't be offended by what we
Please
saying.
don't.
This is us being real.
Ain't nobody been
Never.
offended. We love the fact you
And
guys
he's
been
never
real.
been on here before.
John, you have anything to say before we move on from this?
He ain't
point?
say
We
nothing.
just can't.
Come on, Minister John.
You, I know you
Talk
heard
it out.
everything. So can you have anything to
Come
say?
on, bro. Say something.
We
Your-
can't hear you,
your mic-
John.
Your microphone is still on mute.
We can't hear you, John.
No, I know you can't. I know
Oh,
you
you don't
can't.
want us to hear you?
We can hear you now.
No, it wasn't that. I mean, I hear both sides, and because one is when that's just like for a man. If you go see if your boy is there and he's not there and just his woman is there, you say, okay, well, let him know I came by, and you keep it pushing. Unless he gave
It's
you
respect.
instruction like, hey, my girl's at the house, just go on there and I'll be there. I'm 15 minutes behind, whatever.
I'm
That's
with
just
you.
how it go,
That's
and
respect.
so vice versa for the woman. For a woman, I would expect that the communication would have been a little more, meaning that her girlfriend probably already told her what she had to do ahead of time. So I mean,
Right. That's what I was
unless she
getting at.
just,
They talk to each other.
she swung by.
come through.
She swung by on a fluke or whatever. She just swung by to see if the girl was home. So, but all in all, she should have known if the girl's dude is there. Okay, let her know I'm here. I came by and kept it pushing. Now him on
But shouldn't
another.
that be the same thing for a male though?
No, that's what I
If we
said.
vice versa this, shouldn't it be
He
the same
did.
thing for
I
a male?
started out with that. I
Because
started
my
out
boy
with.
isn't there, I'm not gonna come in.
That's what I started out with.
That's what he started out with.
And so if
Don't
you
mind
know
don't mind
if my
He's a
dude
little
ain't
slow
there, then I
today.
ain't coming in.
He's smart as fuck though.
But now the dude coming to the door the way he did, he knew it wasn't his girl. No matter who was on the other side of the door, he knew it wasn't his girl.
Right.
He knew that, So and
So
then
who's wrong before we move along? Who is
Man.
wrong?
The man.
Both
This
of
person
them
is
are
saying,
wrong.
what
Both of
should
them
they
are
have
wrong.
done?
First of all, she shouldn't have came in the first place. They're both wrong. She shouldn't have came in the first place.
No, first of all, he should have never invited her in.
he shouldn't have made the invitation. It started with the invitation.
There it is.
He
'Cause it
shouldn't have
starts
made
with
the
us.
invitation, and she
As
shouldn't
men, we
accept
have a
it.
one-track mind.
I mean, they
We have
both played a
one-track
role.
mind. If you gonna
They
show us
both
attention,
played a
She's
role.
wrong
Get
for
that
coming in,
attention.
and she knows
No,
she was.
no,
She
you
was wrong. She knows she was wrong. So no, she
Let
shouldn't have
Brian,
came
let
in.
Brian
It wouldn't
speak
be
now.
a situation had he not invited her in.
They was both wrong. That's
No,
my stance on
she
it.
wasn't.
Okay.
She
That's my
wasn't
story, and
wrong.
I'm sticking to it.
But honestly,
Okay.
if I know my girlfriend if I know my girlfriend finna come over and I know what she want and I'm finna open the door, then no, it's on me. Because honestly, if I know what she want, I know she want to be with me or mess with me. Me opening the door and allowing her that opportunity it's an opportunity.
Rashad, you taking this on I need to produce this into something else. What? I don't know. You know, you kind of, y'all made Brian forget what he was gonna say. Brian,
I ain't forgot.
But no, Brian got something to say. Let's be quiet for Brian. I'm sorry.
Oh, no apologies needed. No. All I can do is look at the type of person that I am. All right. If my girl's friend comes by the house, first of all, did my girl know she was coming by? Did I not know? If she just dropping by, oh yeah, you can't really, that opens up that situation that I was telling you guys before. You can't allow to slip into certain situations. Now, if my girl knew, it's like what JT said was, we kind of knew that she'd be coming over at some time, and my girl decides to slip to Dollar General or something right quick. Hey, babe, I'll be right back. Such and such is coming by. Yeah, I'm a do the cordial thing, invite her in. I damn sure it ain't time to go take a shower. It ain't do nothing like that, because you opening up the possibility of a situation that you're gonna be sorry you in later on. Oh boy. It was a dog. It was an opportunity for whatever reason.
That's what I'm saying right there.
Now I see the violation of woman code, girl code.
Yeah.
Because like what Sharon said, the woman shouldn't have never went off and because her friend wasn't there. I see it. And that I respect that. But I'm not one of the kind of guys in which I'm gonna take advantage, look to take advantage of one of my girl's friends. So yeah, I don't have a problem with her coming in, make herself a drink here at the bar. But I'm not gonna leave the room for an extended amount of time just to leave her here to watch television. I'm gonna come down and keep her company. One side of the couch, she's on one side of the couch, and until my girl gets back and she can see that I can be trusted. If you don't present the situation to be trusted, you'll never really be trusted by your girl, because it's a scenario in their mind. But I'm not like dude. I probably would have let her in if I knew she was coming, and immediately would have reached out to my girl. Hey, such and such is here. And knowing women,
I wouldn't even put myself in that situation, bro. I don't want her to ask me a question. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with Sharon. She said that she could possibly say she was raped or something.
And I get what you're saying.
I like that. And that made me
think
deeper.
But what I'm trying to say is,
stage stuff too. They stage it up to see how you gonna react.
Get cameras in
the situation. She could have hooked it up and had her girl do that to go in there and see.
So let me ask this.
To see if he was gonna try to get at her. I mean, you just don't.
Let me ask this. To the women in the room, would you be okay with your best friend coming over when you're not there?
I would prefer my friend. If I got a husband or a man that's there, unless I've told her, girl, go on by there, I'll be by in a minute. I'm at the store. If I haven't given her that, I would expect her not to come in if I wasn't there.
So let me ask the men. Would you be okay with her having a dude there?
I'm gonna invite my girl, and we're gonna present this little scenario to her.
No, that's not what I asked, bro.
Let her answer.
You're inviting this girl.
It all depends on who you with. I'm not like that. So
I can tell you right now, it's not like that.
I guess you gotta have. How you doing, sweetheart?
How you guys?
You guys just
nice to meet you. You know what? Rashad is on one, but Rashad is right.
No, but I'm trying to get the Diddy girl.
Rashad. Okay, wait just a minute. Let's get another lady's opinion.
Okay.
What's your darling's name?
This is Sally.
Hi, Sally. Hi,
Now,
I'm Donna, Sharon, Rashad,
Hi,
JJ,
Sally.
boy, JT,
John, and
But Sharon
Cordell.
getting
We're
ready
all
to
here
leave.
doing some grown folk table talk. The topic we're talking about
No,
is
she said Sharon's getting ready to leave.
the topic we're talking about is
come on, go.
a lady
I
who
wish you
came
wouldn't leave,
over to her
Sharon.
friend's house and her girlfriend was not home. So her dude answered the door and said, "Oh, she's going to be back soon. Come on in, have a seat." She comes in, she sits down. He turns the TV on in the living room and he disappears for about 10 minutes. She thought he was, in the room, whatever. So he comes out 10 minutes later with a towel wrapped around his waist, his chest exposed, and he had an erection.
Nobody would be cool with that.
Okay,
bro.
let
It
the
don't
lady,
matter if you know them.
let the lady hear the scenario. So the woman, her friend, got a little excited about this. She kind of got turned on with the whole look or whatever. So she's questioning her own self for feeling that way. And then after he came out and went to the kitchen in that way, he said he'll be back. He was going to take a shower. So we need to know, where did this, we're trying to help. Somebody asked me to talk about this because they're going through it. What should she have done and what did she not do?
It wasn't up to the girl.
Okay,
Rashad,
we gonna get with you, baby. I love it. We're trying to get this. We're trying to get.
Another person came on the chat.
The man should have joined.
Okay, I understand, baby, but let her say her
opinion. We
piece.
all said our opinion.
She did.
She never said her opinion.
No, she ain't let her talk, Rashad. Let her talk.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Inside.
We turn up. We on some vodka a little bit,
But I
okay?
feel
No,
like
that's okay. Just turn down
I feel like
the heat,
it doesn't
baby.
matter
Turn it
about
down.
the female
Okay.
only because
Sally,
the man.
that's your name, right? Sally. Okay, so how would you what? Okay, so the argument is we're trying to get this person feedback. Some is saying me and Sharon,
Hold on.
Rashad,
Everybody gets a turn.
let everybody talk, baby. We gonna let you have it, but just let her talk.
Let her talk.
Okay.
I'm not.
Sharon and I is saying that she shouldn't have never came in the house when a girl wasn't home from the gate.
For one,
I agree.
but I'm saying
and
the
then
man is the reason why the whole
we know he
situation
was out of
popped off,
pocket for
because
what he did.
let her in the house. He took a shower. He's the one who did the shit. It's up. If the man never
JJ,
did,
have
that's all I'm saying. If the man never did,
mute it for a minute so she can get her word in. Okay, so the thing is, we know he was wrong in what he did, but she started having excitable feelings. So what do you think about that scenario? What should have been done in that case?
Can you please shut up? So should
the woman have been called? Should she had left and went outside? Should she had approached him and told him, "Boy, you out of pocket. You know that's my girl. That's my best friend. What you doing?" Was it her place to do that, or should she have just left?
Oh, he knew what he was doing. His intentions were totally wrong, and she should have just got up and said, "Oh, I'll just wait outside until so-and-so gets here." That's
okay.
Should have done. What do you think, Cash?
I don't give a damn. I mean, if she came here to the house, as far as I've said, we got a new guest at the house.
Shit.
I'm turning the super hoe. But, I'm just going to be the best host that I can be until my girl gets here. And I'm going to definitely text her and let her know.
Why would you let her in?
Everybody gets a turn.
No, okay, Rashad. You know that's your girl's best friend. So your comfort zone is cool. You're like, okay, come on in. She'll be back in a minute.
No. What I'm saying is, I know what it's
Rashad,
like.
wait a minute. We're going to get to you, baby.
I'm not going to give my girl that question.
I'm not going to get to you.
Miss Donna, I'm going to get us off the live. He's a little overzealous.
Only thing you got to do is mute it. Just mute it for a minute. That we can't hear him.
He's doing too.
I'm out. I'm glad I
Okay,
met all
so
y'all.
we just want to know. This is Grown Folk Table Talk, and everybody's opinion is warranted. Sometimes you get a little excitable. That's okay. I mean, it's a good juicy topic, so I'm loving it. But we just wanted to get your opinion.
I'll talk to y'all later. He's been a little bit overzealous. I'm trying to get on.
Oh, you don't have to get off. Be on your shit.
I love y'all. Thank you.
We
Thank you
just
for
trying
your
to see
time.
from another female's perspective how
That's
you
all I was trying to do.
felt about that, because this person wants.
But you
They
kept
want
interrupting the
feedback
female
about
perspective too.
if they should tell their friend that he came on to them. Should they tell their friend that they were feeling excited? Or should they just let it go and should have just left because the situation was really awkward?
Okay, well, Miss Donna, not everybody willing to handle the situation.
We still talking to Sally though. Hold that thought.
She don't want me to leave, and she like
nobody wants you to leave. I want you to leave,
baby.
I'm about.
Hold it. Okay, so what you think, Miss Lady? What's your feeling?
I feel like you just.
No, wait. You hold it, JJ. Hold it. I'm talking to Sally. Thank you. You muted. Okay, y'all, excuse me. Excuse me, grown folks, for walking. Sometimes we have to mute. We gotta mute. Sally, what do you think? You think that she should just let it go and she should have just left? Or should she now, since the situation happened, she didn't leave, should she tell her friend what happened?
Most definitely.
Okay. But she don't need to go into how she was feeling about it, right?
Definitely not.
You over there giggling your ass off, boy. You know I want to hear what you guys say.
John, who giggling? John?
Yeah, JT.
John.
Thorn.
John, what you saying? What you saying? Thank you, Sally.
No.
Am I saying?
She went to put.
She had to join in on a night where we having some it's some conflict going on. But tell her it ain't normally. Sometimes it gets a little excitable.
God.
John, are we done with this one? Can we move on, or John, you got something else to say?
No.
You know?
That one's done.
That one was a doozy, 30 minutes long. JJ, okay. Good. He ain't hearing me and I ain't hearing him right now. Okay, y'all. So we gonna tell this lady, that she needs to let her girlfriend know what her dude did that was inappropriate. And my suggestion to the whole situation is maybe moving forward, if she ever in a situation like this again, is just don't come in. If your girl not there and she hasn't directed you to go in, don't go in.
Yeah.
Just don't go in, because like Sharon said, anything could happen.
Don't you get direction?
It could be, she could claim, like Sharon said, she can cry wolf. She could say, he tried to rape me, anything. You put yourself in a situation for anything to happen like that, especially with somebody that bold. But I understand what you're saying, Brian. You don't trip. It ain't no big deal. You wouldn't have came out with the towel on and the hairy chest and all that. You wouldn't even did that.
Very few people want to see that nowadays.
They don't want to see that.
No, but it, like he said earlier, though. I mean, his intentions was to go, and he probably wasn't even going to take a shower. He was sitting up the scene. He was sitting the scene, and that's what it was. Come on, men, we either hunters or we're directors of the film, and we're gonna either lay the bait or we're gonna dictate on who plays what role and how we want it played. And that's what he did. He was setting the scene, and then to come out like that, he know what he was. Come on. I mean, just going through. But it's something, because we wouldn't have like meetings, like if we did a counseling session at the church. Another minister's going to be there, even if it's just in another room, because you don't know what could be said. You know, you're meeting with somebody, you know, I'm meeting with a young lady, or for this to say, doing a couples counseling. And this session is going to be with the female, right? This session is going to be with the female alone. You don't know what could happen because I could say something that she don't agree with, and she get upset and everything else, and then she can make accusations. You know, but the cold part about that situation is, say they set up and had relation. Say
Uh-huh.
they had relation, and then the girlfriend found out about
Uh-huh.
it, and then the girl go to say, well, your girl did this, and then the girl turns around back again to what Sharon said, oh, he raped me, when she could have uh when she could have actually um condoned it from the beginning. But because the girlfriend found out, and now it's all bad and all this drama. I mean, so all whatever scenario you can think of, the possibilities are there. So the whole point is, okay, let's go to this is why we have to be in, we call a preventive state. No matter what we do, we have to operate. Not only do we operate in moving forward in a way of trying to reach the results that we want or get to them goals, but we also have to still operate with the sense of being in the, if I need to do things to prevent this from happening, or for prevent this from happening. Now, you can't prevent everything, but when you take them steps to try to prevent something, when something does take place, you at least line yourself up to where they can be corrected, or you can show that you know you were doing everything in a set way. So you know it all goes back. You got to think about, okay, my girlfriend is not here, a guy is here. So it doesn't matter if it's your girlfriend's guy. The simple fact is, if you're walking down the street and you see a guy come in, it's late night, you're going to give yourself some distance, right? You're not just going to go right into this person's path. You're going to create some distance, right? Because this is a stranger, or this is some guy, and
It
you're
depends on if you want to be close or not.
but you yeah, but you're by yourself. We naturally don't, women will not put themselves in a position to where they're going to give this guy this advantage if they're walking at night, you know, or even going to your car after you've been shopping, you know. So you have to do the same thing.
I
That's
get
your
it.
girlfriend's that's your girlfriend's dude. You have to separate yourself, or put yourself in a protective distance, as if I may be attacked, and not necessarily as physically. It could be the verbally saying, "Oh no, she came on me," or what have you. So
Yeah, it
you
could,
have to put your pardon.
the female could come on to the dude.
Exactly.
Well,
You
she
know.
was in this scenario, she was getting very much aroused by the way
Well, okay.
he
Well,
presented
okay.
his package.
Okay. And because
Well,
hey,
she was just
like
having a normal reaction as
like anybody say, at least you know she alive. She
yeah.
alive. All right. So she alive. Ain't
So I
nothing wrong
guess
with
she's
that.
not wrong for feeling
Ain't
those
nothing wrong
things.
with. Well, you go to strip club. You go to the strip club. Women go to the strip club, and they get aroused. Men go to the strip club and get aroused. Men get magazines and everything else. They don't. It don't matter. But it's the fact is, it's not about, like they say. It's nothing wrong with looking at the menu. You just ain't got to order.
She just shouldn't have came in the door. Hello.
So no. So because she got aroused,
She
just
shouldn't
be
have came in
careful.
the door.
She's not wrong for being aroused,
Well, that's what she's asking. Should she
because
tell
she
her
could have
friend?
but she's seen a figure, she's seen something like we all see. We see something, and it catches us in a way. And so yeah, it may catch us for a minute, But because of our morals, everything else kick in, and we say, "Oh no, that's my girlfriend's dude or whatever." Because if I see my dude girl walk by naked, it ain't like gonna say like, "Oh, I ain't seen nothing." I'll be lying to myself and everybody else in the world. It's the truth. The girl walked by and she didn't have nothing on, and what?
Well, of course, if you see the jangle, you should have some kind of reaction. I mean, she
Well,
was
yeah,
looking
I
a
mean,
guy. I would be worried if you didn't
but
have
see,
no
the thing is
reaction.
the follow through. That's the problem.
Well,
Long
that's
as
why
you ain't following through.
it's just stupid to me, because it's a stupid scenario, and it doesn't sound real the more I hear it. We're human, we have natural desires, and to notice somebody that you might find attractive for what. You know what? I'm gonna talk about last night. All right, we went to dinner last night with interesting enough, her baby daddy and his girlfriend and their son and his girlfriend. We all really, we get along really well.
Oh, okay, good thing.
And I love all of them. But there was a bartender that was there, and I probably didn't tell you this part already, but the bartender had she was blessed in the buttocks area. But see, that was something that I peeped when she first came in the room. That was as a man thing. I'm confessing
You
this
saw
now.
the jiggle with the wiggle, huh?
Right. She had a big enough ass to where, Sally noticed also. So, but as a man, you two things. Okay, you notice that's natural. But then, you hear with your girl, so your eyes can't even tell the story as to what you. I spent the rest of the night pretending that I didn't see what I saw. And Sally asked me later on, and I really wasn't paying attention when you did. Sally goes, "Hey, you see that lady's ass?" And I was, what? Really? Of course, go ahead, and when she was off at a distance, us guys, we get used to glassing. We lock it into these thoughts right here, and in my mind, I was like, okay, yeah, that's nice, but hey, anytime she came around, I did one of these.
Yep, you did.
The lady goes, "What's wrong with you?" And her baby daddy was the one that went, "Oh, you got a nice ass, so you don't want to get in trouble, and you got a nice ass." So he's just looking up into the sky. I mean, that's part of the fun that we were all having.
Yeah.
I mean, out of respect.
You just felt uncomfortable looking, even if you would have looked in a non-suggestive way, you would have felt like you've been disrespectful.
Exactly, and I couldn't win, so I don't have to look. It's not the first, and it's probably not the last ass I'll see.
But you can't. How do you avoid seeing all that ass? I mean, it's there. It's jiggling. I mean, how can you not see it?
It's just the way I looked at it. It's just an ass. In about 20, 30 minutes, I'll be out of here and I don't have to worry about it. That was stressful though.
So you would want her to do the same thing if this big old this big old.
I don't care. I'm not saying it's an insecurity type of deal, but I'm not that insecure to where I got to control every direction that my girl's looking.
So you can trip on her looking at another dude. I mean, she's not eyeballing him all over the room, but if she kind of looked at something that was, standing out with some attractive assets, maybe he had the six pack, maybe he just was fine. I got
a six pack. I got 2 6-pack. One is Diet Coke, one's Pepsi.
You know what? But see, yeah, you saying you got 6-packs, you tell me what it is. So if she was looking at them 6-packs on somebody else, you would have a problem with it.
No. As a man, I got to feel self-assured in my own self to where, as piddly as that I'm not threatened. It takes a whole lot. It takes a whole goddamn lot to threaten me, So I'm not tripping.
But I don't know you and Sally's thing. I mean, it looks like you guys have a really wonderful, secure type of thing. But if that night you feeling uncomfortable looking at the jiggle with the wiggle, just kind of, looking at it a little bit. Sally wouldn't have got mad at you, right?
With any woman, you never want to take that chance. It's like I told you guys before. You never want to glide yourself into a certain situation. I didn't want to spend the next 6-7 months explaining how I wasn't, had plans for it, but I got to hear, but you stared at it or you looked at it, and we got to holler or not holler. We never really holler, but we got to talk about the difference between glance and stare. Then the initial is gone.
Because
so,
it is a difference. It's a difference.
We joke around about stuff like that.
Yeah, we
But at least you guys joke about it and you can talk about it and joke about it. Nobody gets really bent all out of shape about it. That's a good thing.
Nah, we look at the difference.
Because some couples be having knockdown fights about stuff like that.
Nah.
Some men wear their sunshades inside just so they can roam around and nobody can see their eyes too.
If I did, Sally would know exactly what I was doing, and she'd call me out, and then I'd feel.
Put mine on.
Right, that's how we get down. So
she would put hers on too.
Put hers on.
That's what I'm saying, Sally. That's what's up. You just put yours on. You know what I'm saying? And then we all good. Ain't nobody. It's gravy. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. Y'all inspiring me to want to try that thing one more again. See how I do. Not the looking at the jiggles, but I'm just saying having an open, honest type of, not insecure type of relationship. You know what I mean?
I just want to say how lucky Sally is. That's all. She she lucky as hell. That's all.
Y'all both lucky. Quit playing. Okay.
Still, she luckier than I am. That's all I'm saying.
Isn't that sweet? Hey, you know what? I want to talk about one more thing before we end it, you guys. But we had talked briefly about something that it was about the trans woman. And I wish JJ was here too, but I guess he left. JJ, we sorry you had to leave. We're gonna see you next show. So just a thought, just a question. If a man is having clap relationships with a trans woman, would that constitute him as being considered gay?
Is that a real question?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would, off the bat, constitute him as being gay. I might be controversial in saying this. I'm just gonna voice my opinion. Homosexuality is something between that person and God. It has nothing to do with me. It's preference. It all comes down to a preference. So if that's their preference, just let me know what I'm getting into so I can make a decision for myself. That secret stuff, if they're transsexual and you don't know that's really a man and that's a woman, that type of deal, that's not cool. That's not cool. So, but if you can't tell that's a man and it appears to be a woman, you're gay.
Different.
But
but Brian, what if it's a trans? What if it is a man trying? That's a woman or trying to be a woman or whatever, and you go for it. They're beautiful. And you go on. I mean, does that consider the man being?
You describing multiple stages because when you say. You started out when you said trans woman, and then when you mentioned just now a man trying to be a woman or whatever.
Trans woman.
I know, but what I'm saying, even when you said, even if a man is, in the midst of trying to become a woman or what have you, because right now they're using trans in a place of where there's no surgery. There's no surgery. So
transgender. Hi.
This is where I was just
talking about transgender.
Be clear.
John is making
I was just I was just trying to be clear. Are we talking about someone who's went through the process or post?
Well,
Or, I mean, are they post-surgeon
trans
or
woman.
hold on?
Excuse me.
In
trans woman.
today's lingo,
They went through the surgery already.
So if they're a
some
trans
of them they
woman,
don't even at work. We don't. There's some of them haven't. They'd say, "Oh, I'm a trans woman," but they haven't had the whole surgery.
So then they're not trans woman then.
Nope. You're only a trans woman unless you went through the surgery. That's to my knowledge.
So what are you
okay.
if you're trans but you haven't had the surgery? Then what do you call yourself?
They stopped using transvestite. Transvestite was one of the main things because you got to look transformation. Let's deal with the wording, and then when you deal with like transsexual, that means transformation.
I have a very close relative. I have a very close relative. I changed their diapers. They're my sibling, and they identify as trans. And
You can't be trans without transformation.
Rasan, can you stop, please? I have a hard time with it because I helped raise them. I was put in a position of, as a young child, to raise my siblings. And at a very young age. And it wasn't right. But my mom was going through something, and I'm looking back on it now, and I feel like in a lot of ways I was looked at as like I was her man, and it kind of like we never had no sexual shit going on or nothing like that.
Kind of funny.
No, it was nothing like that. But it was I was put on with the I was put on with the responsibility, and your stepdad tried to bring it to my attention, and he stopped.
Yeah, because you talking about being a trans,
but
I'm talking for a trans.
I'm just talking about,
and you're a gay man.
I'm talking about,
so really it's a male on female.
I'm talking about actually participating in a raising of a child.
Right. Who turned out?
And I wasn't, I wasn't even an adult myself.
But
so they end up turning. They're a trans woman.
They're
now?
trans.
Yeah, she's a transgender female.
She's a transgender.
She wants to be a male.
She wants to be a male, and then
he's a gay man. So
I'm bisexual. He don't recognize my bisexuality.
But the fact of the matter is that you cannot be. It's almost like a male on female situation. What I'm trying to say is that you can't be a trans person without going through the transformation. I know you want to be this way, but if you're not that way, then you're not that way. You're gay or lesbian at that point.
That's
all I'm trying to say.
I get what he's saying, but what I'm saying is, you weren't born with those parts,
right?
You're not gonna know what it's like to have a dick.
So if I'm a transgender man, right, and I want to be a woman,
you don't know what it's like to have an
erection. But I like
erection.
a gay man. Isn't that a male on female situation?
I posed that question, and my sister got mad, or my brother got my trans brother got mad.
I'm just saying, if you
back to the question at hand. If a man is having clap relationships with a trans woman,
so a male that has transformed into a woman,
yes,
then that person.
So a straight man is having relations with a trans woman.
Malik Yoba.
Is he considered gay in doing that?
Yeah.
No, he's not. No. He says, yeah.
What is that? What is it?
See how we disagree? We had a disagreement, and that's why we got off the live for a little bit.
It's okay to disagree. Agree.
I love his opinion. and I love that my cousin is on here speaking his shit. I'll say this. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. As a straight male.
If she's an all the way woman, she got a vagina and all that nonsense.
She got a.
As a straight man, I would fuck with her as a transsexual woman. I would do it.
She has the orifice. Is what I would
do it. So he not gay, bro.
He's not gay because he has she's.
I would.
Y'all confusing me. Anybody? Okay, hold that thought, Rashad. I get you. I feel you, my bro. I'm so glad you peeking in today. Oh, I'm gonna watch this 10 times. Wait till we get through with this one. Anybody else? Somebody, everybody, somebody. Y'all got something to say about that? You a man? You get what a trans woman.
I think what the problem is for men is that the fact that we know that they're transgender, you know what I'm saying? That's where the
Rashad
difference
is it Rashad or Rashad?
You know what though?
Yeah,
Rashad.
It's a suh. It's not shuh.
Oh, Rashad.
Okay. All right. Okay.
No.
Okay, Rashad.
Transgender.
One thing I agree with
that female, but if you tell me transgender, then at that point I gotta think.
I hear what Rashad is saying.
You said it right. You said it right.
Yeah, Rashad. I know.
Yes, sir. You said it right.
Okay. I hear what Rashad is saying on the point is when you become aware of what the person say we're born at birth. When you become aware, now you get to thinking, even though the surgery's taking place and everything's taking place, but now you're thinking, well, wait a minute, this person was born a male at first.
Right.
So I know we talk about parts, it's called bitching that, well, some people identify. See, identifying and actuality is two different things. Because I can identify with something, but I'm actually not that, or actually can't even be a part of it, whatever it may be. So, but when you are knowledge, I like what Rasad said, when you have knowledge, okay, then you make the choice, right? So when you make this choice, and this is where I wonder at times, because I've heard there's guys who want to be with a guy, but they want to be with a guy in a certain form. And that's usually either dressed in women's clothing or
that's true.
Being through transgender. So
Eddie Murphy
and we have to understand, man is not identified. We make our big mistake when we think our identity is based on our genitals. Okay, so what are we considered? I always think about what are we considered at birth? What has it been determined? So if it's been determined that I'm a guy, right? No matter what I do, I still am a guy. Naturally, I'm a guy.
That's true.
Now, because I don't go from man to woman, but I take a transformation. The only thing that transforms are parts.
The only thing that Rasad didn't say, Minister John, the only thing that Rasad didn't say, Minister John, was that this man can't give birth to a child.
That's another.
It's not just that. Like,
we're attracted to this person and we want to have a baby with them. We might.
I can use his relationship as a story. Because he's gay and I'm not.
I'm bisexual.
He's bisexual and I'm not.
He don't recognize it.
But see, it's about choice. So if me personally, if I met a woman, right? I met this person, and this person presented themselves to me as a woman, and they they have female parts, you know, looks, everything about them. And then they brought it to my attention that they were born as a man. I don't know where, I can't say, oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm not gonna do that. I don't know, because that situation, I haven't been in that situation,
But I
and
can tell
it
you as
hasn't
a man,
aroused. But
I can tell
what
you as a
happens
man, man, I
is
would feel
it still
differently if
goes
I.
back to what Rasad said. The fact is, this comes to your mind. You're always gonna know, no matter, it comes that this was once a man, or this is a man. So
Yeah,
now, so do we
right.
say
I
if
was about
that
to say.
person is gay or not?
And really, like I'm pansexual. For the audience, I don't discriminate against anybody. So I would screw a transgender. If anybody want to know about that, I'm open
And
to
I
all of
wouldn't.
it.
You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't, and that's my
So
prerogative.
right.
But what I'm trying to say is that because he's bisexual and because I'm straight, it should not affect our relationship if we're gonna respect each other. And that goes back to the same situation when she asked before, like if your friend come, if my girlfriend comes to the house, you know what I'm saying? As a man,
The
I'm not
shop
gonna
go
let her
get that
in, bro. Wait
you.
till she get
He
home.
gonna
You
get
know what
that
I'm
one there.
saying?
I told you I'm gonna do it.
Yo,
Let me direct something on
I
that.
don't care if
That,
this was
no,
the
no, no, no.
Pussy
It's
We
not
gonna
even
have to
about
do
the
a
female.
doggone
He's
reality
on
show on that
the
one. 'Cause
That's
that's
about anybody
He's
though.
on the different report.
No, 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 no.
I get it.
That is about anybody. If you already, first of all, as a man, if you know you're gonna cheat and you know you want to cheat, you're not gonna let her in.
I love this nigga. He has no filter.
On some real shit, you're
Yeah,
not gonna let her
classic
in.
today. Rashad.
Stop.
Hey,
You call me
Rashad.
Rob.
Stop.
you can
You
call
call
him
I
me
gotta
Rob.
Rod.
love
You
you,
can call him
baby. I
Rod.
gotta
call
love
me
you. We
Rob.
gotta invite you back on
if
here again, because you are something else. You something else right there. But you're
See
very
what this
opinionated.
I told him.
But I am about loyalty.
I told him.
I'm
I
about
told him.
loyalty.
I told him.
And my
I
thing
see.
is,
I know
if
you
you
are.
want to be in a successful relationship that's happy and conservative, you need to make your girl feel that way. Same thing with the females. Y'all need to make us feel that way. Make me feel safe. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to question you, is what I'm getting at. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. Because that's where all the problem starts, with the questions.
So the
Tell me I'm wrong.
question would
Tell
be
me I'm
asked,
wrong.
are you a girl or a man?
Well, what if you already know they a girl, they a trans woman, and you a dude, and you about to
I
lay
wouldn't do
with
it. I
them?
wouldn't do it.
I don't care what you
What,
are.
does that make you straight? Are you straight or
No,
are you gay?
let me be okay. So let me be a little explicit right now.
Look at him taking on my
If you
stage.
look like if you look at a girl's butt compared to a man's butt, you would know the difference. And it's real shit.
Some men is packing
I
more
like
than
my
these ladies.
fluff. And I know
Some
these
men
men
packing
out
in the
here,
ass more than these
gay
ladies.
or not, I see these men out here with muscle butts. I don't like that shit. But you know a good fucking woman butt. Tell me not. Tell me I'm lying. You know a real woman's body versus a fake body. It's real shit. And I'm one of those men. I would love my female to look like a female, not these muscle butts.
Well, first of all,
Okay, so you ain't gonna be with a trans woman. We got that. We got that.
Back to the question that you were asking, Ms.
What
Donna.
what is
I
that
don't
saying
discriminate.
about a man who will lay with a trans woman? What is he? What is he?
I got a
He's
question.
gay.
Do you guys
He's open.
gay.
He's open with his
He's
sexuality.
He's gay.
And he's open with his.
Gay.
He's open with his
Let
sexuality.
Sharon speak. Let Sharon speak.
Yes,
What
yes,
was
Mr. Rhyme.
what was the singer's name who got caught, went up to a hotel room with a transgender woman, and then
Teddy Pendergrass.
No,
Bobby
no,
Valentino.
Bobby
Bobby Valentino.
Oh,
More recently,
Eddie
Bobby
Pendergrass.
Valentino got
Did
caught.
You know,
he
I'm
know?
going
Did he
old
know it
school,
was a
Brian.
transgender? Did he know?
Yeah, he
He
knew.
knew.
then
Bobby Valentino knew.
When he left out the room, she kept his keys to his car, and then she ran down. He was running down the hall, and she filmed him going down the hall.
Yep, she sure did. Bobby Valentino. And it didn't stop his record sales. Bobby Valentino is on RSVP with Ray J, Sammy,
Can I ask you
himself, and Pleasure P.
Can I ask you a question?
Which one? Who you want to ask?
I want to ask the women. Do you know a real man versus a gay man or a questionable man? Do you know the difference?
Why are we not real men?
No.
Why are we not real men? Because we like the same sex.
So if we walked into a club together, you know what I'm saying? Or if we walked into a club, if I walked into a club,
he shut my mouth.
could you look at me and be like, that's a questionable dude, that's a real man, or you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Or why are we not real men?
I'm not talking about you.
As a woman, we can pretty much identify if you
why
got a little.
Why are we not real men? Because we like the same
We
sex.
can tell the what you call them, the alpha males, the man.
Yes, that's what I wanted to know.
We can tell the ones that's sometimes some is a little questionable, because they're clean cut and they're clean cut and they're this and that. And you
still be gay.
How about that?
Have any of you guys ever met an alpha gay?
You can't
I'm sorry.
Yes, they are.
Have you ever met an alpha gay?
Hey, look here.
There's some alpha gays.
I know me.
There is no such thing. There's no
San
such
Francisco.
That's the debate that's going on.
There's no such thing as alpha gay, bro.
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is.
Well, put it this way.
Some people you can just outwardly identify it as a woman, I think, but then there's some who, you can't tell. You just
so as a woman,
when
do
in
you
doubt,
know
check
from straight?
south.
Huh?
As a
When in
woman,
doubt,
do you know
check
gay from
south.
straight? When you see a man, you like that man is about his vaginal cavity, or do you see a man and you like he's a penis rider?
Why can't there be a dominant gay man?
I mean, we don't.
There's no such thing.
Yes, it is.
I
Yes, it is. In the right situation.
You just admitted to me.
I mean, we don't stand y'all against the wall and say who's a penis rider and it's other qualities you look at. But some men just are kind of on the sweet side. You can kind of tell, and some are not. Some you can't
That's
tell.
what I wanted to do. Yes, that's what I'm trying to get at.
We have the down low brothers. We have the men who's what they call the ones that's married and they're you think that they're the man, but they got another type going on.
Okay.
Women
so as a young woman, when you walk into the club, do you not look at your prospects and be like, you know what, I'm gonna go after him?
Can you tell if a guy like vagina or penis?
You know the term down low?
Yeah, down low. That's what I was talking about. Yeah,
Thank you.
There's no such thing.
There's niggas that's on the down low. Hey, nope. I fuck with a nigga that was on the down low.
There's some down lows and they're married.
Nope, I fuck with a nigga that was on the down low.
There's no such thing as down low.
He can talk all the shit he wants to because he's not in a lifestyle.
It don't matter. I see it.
You can talk all the shit you want to.
Okay, y'all get your last thoughts out because we're gonna be ending in about 3 minutes.
All I'm gonna say is he's gonna talk. He's only talking from his experience, and his experience is limited.
I'm very good at judging people,
and that's good. That's good. That's all well and good. And I like what he has to say.
I know a gay man from a straight man to a queer man.
I can introduce him to a straight man, and he never know I sucked his dick.
Excuse me, bleep. We can't bleep those words out, y'all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Find tender words to use, please.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm
sorry.
I'm keeping it 100 because
and some words we
he
shouldn't
was
be
testing my
using.
gangster, so maybe I got a little bit more sensitive. He tested my gangster, and I had to go there.
He feeling hella sensitive. That's why we had to get offline.
Oh Lord. I want to appreciate.
First of all,
It's juicy, right?
First of all,
the point I was just trying to find out, y'all. What is a man that sleeps with a trans woman? That's all I wanted to know. Is he not a man? Is he something else?
Yes, he
Or
is.
he
He's
just,
a man.
is he
Can't
just
nobody tell
open?
you that you're not a man. The problem is
Unless he owns it, then no.
The problem remains that he's stuck on society.
No, if you're hiding from yourself, you're not a real man.
He's stuck on societal stereotypes of what a man is supposed to be.
That's BS. If you're hiding the fact that you're gay,
It's still
then
tomato sauce.
You're not a
If
real
you
man.
use a tomato or you use a tomato,
It's still tomato sauce.
it's still tomato
And this,
sauce.
I want to say, this topic, these topics, this show is not meant to offend anyone. Nobody is trying to talk against. Nobody is trying to downplay anybody. It's just straight grown table talk. That was an interesting way to end it. That's an interesting topic. And it's hard to really answer that. I mean,
but you just gotta.
Is a man gay that goes that way? I mean, we don't. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we can continue this next week, but y'all, we got to end the show. You know, I mean, y'all.
What I'm trying to say is, you got
he wants to be the star of the show.
No, you got a gay man's perspective and you got a straight man's perspective, and we family, we cousins, we best friends, we brothers.
He loves me. He loves me. No, he doesn't disrespect me.
I'm putting my voice out.
Okay.
Fuck that.
And and actually he rides for me like I ride for him. He's the one that I cussed out his girl for him. I cussed out his girl for him because she was disrespecting both of us. And he was trying to work it out, and I was like, no. And so I love him. That's my nigga. My nigga.
As a straight man, that man cannot be a real man if he's hiding from himself.
That's
all I'm trying to say.
Well, I mean, maybe that's a topic for another show.
Can I speak real quick? Real quick. I know you're trying to end the show. The real community will not out a DL man.
Bullshit.
Nope. DL is included within the community. You're not in the community, so you can't speak on it.
You're right.
So shut up.
You're right.
We will not out you. It's not.
But I would let him hide.
We're not supposed to out you. You're not supposed to out anyone because we're supposed to celebrate anybody's transition into this lifestyle. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
No,
that's not your concern. It's not your concern. It's not your concern.
You guys have been really, you guys have been
it's not our concern.
But sharing a lot of knowledge tonight. We appreciate you. We do. You guys have been given the good. And you know what? We're going to continue this a little bit more on the next show. And we're going to talk about it in a very, very delightful, respectful way. And I know y'all love each other. And I'm so happy that you brought your cousin on tonight. It's been so interesting.
I love this nigga. I love
poor Cordell. Cordell ain't even been able to say 2 words tonight. Y'all just took over.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Miss Donna.
I'm sorry. You asked some valid questions.
Y'all went off and y'all came back on. Hello. If that ain't loyalty, I don't know what it is.
I love you, Miss Donna.
But I want to thank everybody for being with us tonight. We're going to be back for some Grown Folk Table Talk with Donna Smith next Sunday. That's March 12th. We're going to see you guys here at 7:30. Everybody got to go. We got to get up in the morning. And I want to thank everybody for being a part of what we do. We love you. Mwah. Till we see you next week. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.